Hi there. How's it going? This is Carrie at wooingnature.life. I hope everything is good and I hope you're doing well, Cancerian folks out there. This is your October reading for 2019. This is October. I mean, it's fully the fall, and we have already gotten through the fall equinox in September 23rd to be exact. During the month of September, if you remember, the focus was about the Virgo energy, and the Virgo energy was asking us to either analyze or organize. Okay, so it was about analysis, self-analysis, situation analysis, and then organizing your thoughts, organizing your room, organizing your files, whatever it is that needed to get organized, you needed to go ahead and organize that. So now we're in the fall, right? So we're moving out of the energy of the summer. The summer energy is all about the sun. This is when we get a lot of, our energy is really boosted up in the summer. We're vacationing, we're relaxing. School's out for those of you who are in school. School is out for those of you who are parents. Your kids are with you and you're having family time. So summertime is a high energetic time for people in general because it's hot in the sun, and the sun energy really does something, gives you some vibrancy. But now we're waning. Like if you think about it in moon terms, we've been waxing, well now we're waning, we're going into the winter. So it's about preparing yourself for the winter months during the fall, and also looking at your harvest. So that all that analysis and organization, but particularly the analysis, gives you a sense of what your harvest is going to be and what you're bringing in. So be paying attention right now, Cancerians, about pay attention to what you're receiving, what's coming in for you, because what's coming in for you represents your harvest. It represents the seeds that you planted throughout the year, or from the fall last year to the fall now, and how those seeds are now manifesting themselves. So you want to pay really close attention to the things that are coming towards you in the fall. The other thing is it's a time to prepare for the winter. Now, winter is rough for a lot of people. Sometimes people get depression. You're in more if you're in a place or a state or a country where there's a lot of snow, or where it's cold, or the weather is not favorable, or what people call not favorable. Then that can cause some depression, seasonal depression, that kind of thing. Also, it's cold and flu season, so you need to be cleansing, doing your tonics, clearing out your body systems, clean out your liver, clean out your spleen, your gallbladder, your lymphatics, your adrenal systems. Get all of that cleared out, and you can do that through herbal tonics and whatever detox program you have going on for yourself. Or natural detox program you have going on for yourself. So you want to clear out and clean out and prepare your body for the winter, so that it can sustain itself, right? So the fall is kind of a busy time, and it's also a busy time because, like I said, if you're in school and that kind of thing, then you're back to school, you're back to work. People kind of get back into the zone. They get back into their work zone during this time. So it's a busy time, but don't let the busyness of the time make you forget about yourself and forget about the things that you need to do to cleanse and to prepare for the winter, because it'll come here and be here before you know it. All we've got is October and November. Then December, we're dead right into the winter. So use this time to prepare, cleanse, clear out, all of that kind of stuff. All right, so Cancer, I will be reading from Colette Baron Reid today. I'll also be reading from the King Solomon deck, and then I will be following up with the tarot just to clear up any questions that we might have if we need to do that. But I'll be pulling 3 cards from Colette Baron Reid deck, and then after that we'll go right into Song of Solomon, and then we'll see where we are. Oh my goodness, unexpected visitors has come up in the last 3 readings that I've done. So apparently there's a lot of unexpected energy coming in right now for all of us, not just for you, but I think for all of us, right? So expect the unexpected. Expect people to show up in your life that you haven't seen before, that you haven't met before. Definitely be open to new experiences. You want to also be open to new people. So if it's a relationship thing that's going on with you, you might want to be open to some different kinds of people. Sometimes people are drawn toward the same people all the time, and then they're like, how come I always end up with these kind of guys or these kind of girls or whatever it is, or and so what you want to do is be really open to the unexpected. Expect the unexpected and keep a door open for that. Like, don't close your door on new experiences. New experiences are good for everybody, even if the new experience teaches you that you don't want to be a part of that experience anymore. That's how we're learning about ourselves. That's how we're making our connections, and we definitely need to make those connections. A part of that process is purification. I'm seeing a frog here. I'm also seeing a rabbit here in this card. So frogs are about purification. Purification means to be clear, to be free and clear, internally, externally, free and clear. Again, we talk about when I talked about the cleansing your lymphatic and all of that in preparation for the winter, you also need to clear your mind. Clear your mind space, clear your heart space, clear your chakras if you want to do chakra work. Or if you feel like your chakras need to be balanced, then I definitely would say that that's also a part of your process. 4 and 1, the 4 and the 1, 4 and 1 breaks down into a 5. That definitely means change. It's also a number of grace. It could also be a number of conflict, but I don't feel like this is about conflict. I feel it's about change. It's about being able to be open to the change. You've got to be open to the change. You can't keep picking the same thing all the time, Cancer, and expect to get a different experience. So you've got to really just be open to it. Be open and let some light into your life. The next card I have is 18, which breaks down to a 9. 9 is about ending a cycle, ending a phase, or ending a cycle. And it's in the card that's associated with the magic stream, what they call a magic stream. What I see in this card, number 1, is water. It's a river. And rivers are sweet waters, which means that, they're connected. For those of you who are following the path of the Yoruba or the Ifa, then the river is about Oshun. Oshun is about love. She's also like a very, very much a feminine. She's like a feminine. She's a feminine Orisha. It's a womanly Orisha. So your feminine is being activated at this time, Cancer. And that is if you're a man or a woman, if you're male or female, it doesn't matter. It means your feminine is being activated, or your feminine is calling to you or needs you. So if you are in a place where you're close to a river and you want to make a small offering to the river or to the water, for whatever it is that you might be asking for or needing in your life, I highly recommend that. Those kinds of things, if you're not familiar with that, it's not about worshiping the water or worshiping the river. It's more about making the connection, because you yourself are made up of water. So you're making the connection to the water, and you're recognizing it. You're recognizing yourself in it. So it looks like some fertile ground is being made around you right now, Cancer. I definitely see the fertile ground that's growing from this, okay? And I also see manifestation happening for you as well. And it's going to seem like it comes out of nowhere, but it's not coming out of nowhere. It's coming out of your prayers and your intentions and your supplications that you're making before Spirit. So when you make those prayers and those supplications before Spirit, it doesn't go into the abyss. The abyss responds, right? And it responds by giving us the things that we have asked for. So just remember that you are connected to that flow of energy that takes you all the way up to the spirit realm. And the spirit realm is willing to give to you at this time. I'm seeing the rainbow in the background. The rainbow in the background reminds me of a couple of things depending on your system of belief. So the rainbow is associated with the spirit Oya. Oya is the keeper of the marketplace, but she is also a warrior spirit. She's like a female warrior spirit. So again, we're going back to the feminine, that energy of the feminine being very strong right now. But you know, if you feel like you need protection, then that energy is there, and it's a spiritual energy. So she's connected to the spirit and spiritual energy. Of course, she's connected to spirit because she's an Orisha. But I'm saying that her energy connects to spiritual energy. So spiritual knowledge, spiritual understanding of things, intuition, that kind of thing as well. The other thing about the rainbow, the connection to the rainbow, is Noah. Noah was connected to the rainbow. As a matter of fact, biblically, it is said that that the rainbow appeared after Noah made it to land as a symbol or as a sign. It's the Ark of the Covenant. So these symbols may represent different things for different people depending on who you are. If you're a part of a different belief system, the rainbow may mean something else to you, and I might not know about that. But definitely, if you have associations with the rainbow, then you want to that's something that will awaken or enliven you during that time. Also, the rainbow represents the spectrum in terms of your chakras. You know, all of the chakra, each chakra has a different color, and it's the color of the rainbow, which represents a spectrum of light. Really, it's about how light passes through, either, you know, passes through water or passes through a prism or something of that effect. But it's about light passing through and reflecting back all the color that exists. So if you think about that energetically, it's about light, you know, passing through you. And as the light comes to you and through you, you yourself become the rainbow. You yourself become this array of color and this array of beauty, you know, that everybody goes, oh, wow, oh my God. You know, when people see a rainbow, look at how they respond. Well, the rainbow represents when light comes through you, you know, then you become the spectrum, not the spectacle. I don't know where that came from. Then we got the metamorphosis. The metamorphosis, we know what that is change. It's change. So I'm seeing right here, Cancer, that prayer is very important. Supplication is very important. Making your offerings are very important. It's a time to cleanse and clear. This goes back to the frog that I saw here about purification. You know, you got to get beneath the flood. Okay? You got to stand beneath the flood. Right? So that you can be cleansed, so that you can be clear, so that you can be free, so that you can bring in the unexpected that you're expecting or that you should be expecting because you put it out in the universe. And then the change happens. And there is a change, a very significant change. Again, we had 4 and 1 was 5. That's changed. We have 8 and 1, which is a 9, which means you're ending a cycle, going into a new one. And then the metamorphosis breaks down into a 7. So we know that that's about the spirit and being your full self, operating in your full spirit man. We used to call it the spirit man. Now I know that is like, what do you call that? Gender non-reflective or something. I don't know. I know somebody's got a name for it when you put everything. Mansplaining. Is that what it is? But anyway, in the mansplaining part of the spirit realm, what we used to call it is that was your spirit man. You're operating in your spirit man. All right, so that's what you're doing right now, Cancer. You're getting ready to operate in your spirit man. All right, or your spirit woman. All right, from King Solomon, we've got card number 34. So card number 34 right there in the middle. We're looking for other cards from the wisdom of King Solomon for Cancer, please. Other wisdoms from the King Solomon Oracle for Cancer. We'll take it. All right, 2 in reverse. So these are also some cards that are coming up for other people as well. I don't have my glasses on. I do this all the time. I'm so sorry, but honestly, I don't know where the glasses are. All right, moving right along. Number 34. Here you go. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. Okay, I'm trying to see if... There we go. All right, so that is number 34. It talks about comprehension, insight, and enlightenment. It talks about a light bulb moment, realizing something, finding solutions to a problem, having a deeper understanding, reaching substantial insight, and an unexpected message that arrives from the outside. in the same position with the unexpected visitor. So there is an unexpected message that's going to come through from the outside. You can expect that fairly soon, right? That should be happening like soon, okay? If you're talking about a person, we're talking about somebody who's a good advisor, who understands the situation, and the advice says that you need some insight around this. And I think the insight is here, that there's an unexpected message. So be on the listen out. Listening for spirit is a little bit different than just, like hearing somebody talk or whatever. It's that moment when somebody says something and you're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Or you're like, or you're like, ah, okay. So those are the kind of moments that you're looking for. Aha moments, as everybody likes to call them. All right, so you're looking for your aha moments. All right, this one, number 13, is about power, strength, and determination. This card represents powers and forces, enthusiasm, and determination. It talks about the ability to achieve goals and have the momentum and spiritual focus to do so. It says that failure and delays, anything that seems to be a failure or a delay, excuse me, sorry about that. Anything that seems to be a failure or a delay is not going to deter you at this time. And again, this position is in the position of the magic stream. I really can't tell you that. I really can share with you that, some of these things that I talked about, either going to the river, going to the water, spending time near water, putting water by your bedside at night, leaving a cup of water or whatever near your bed. All of those kinds of things will get you connected to water. If you are landlocked and you are not able to get to a water, fountains work really, really well. Or just sometimes getting in the shower and going and like doing your spiritual baths and things like that. But you need to get near the water during this month. Water is really, really important. And it's a part of gaining your power and your strength. It's almost like water power. You know what I'm saying? Like you have wind power and you have water power. We'll get with your water power. It talks about being powerful. It talks about investing in energy and determination into what you're doing and not giving up, going the whole 9 yards. But this water energy that you are calling upon is there to help give you some energy. It's water power. That's what keeps coming through for me. It's really about having water power and needing the water. Okay? And water giving you the energy that you need. All right, the last card is the 2, and it's in reverse. So it talks about financial loss or income. It's really about livelihood, work, career, money, accumulation of wealth. So this has something to do with your finances. So if you're looking for change to happen in relationship to finances, then that's good. Maybe some of you have been experiencing some kind of financial loss or some financial setbacks or something to that effect, but it is in the position of future, and it's also in the position of change. So it looks like change is happening in your near future in relationship to your finances and to your money. So don't worry. Don't worry so much. Change is coming, right? So just do your water, do your baths, do your thing, do your water thing. Don't ignore that. Okay? Because when you ignore those kinds of messages, that's when you start having problems later. All right, so now we're going to go to the next phase. We're looking for any kind of information for Cancer moving forward. Any kind of information for Cancer moving forward for the month of October. Looking for information for Cancer moving forward for the month of October, please. Or clarification on the read, please. Any clarification on the read? I'm not really getting anything, Cancer. This may be enough for you all. Let's see if we got, oh, we do have something. Any other information? This is about prayer and supplication. Again, we talked about making your prayers, going to the water, going to the river, being mindful of what you're putting out into the universe and how that information is coming back to you in the form of the harvest, right? So don't forget about the harvest season. Don't forget about the harvest time. It's a really important season because it is a reflective season. It's like analyzing what happened, and then you get to reap what it is that you have sown, which is really good. We've got the moon card, so I'm going to say just to be mindful about those things that you're holding on to, the things that are in the dark, so to speak, or maybe some things that you haven't yet released or opened up about, and especially when you've got unexpected visitors, or this waiting for the unexpected to come in. You want to pay attention to anything that you're harboring or holding on to. Things that could, what do I want to say? Like, there are things that remain hidden that you either can be in denial about, or that you can, things that you're either in denial about, or the things that you're hiding from yourself, or the things you're hiding from other people, okay? Fairness is there. Justice is there. And then we also have the Four Swords. Four Swords is about rest, respite, getting some clarity through that, through sleep, through dreams. That's really important. Don't know why the Justice is here. Let's clarify this Justice, please. I'll clarify the Justice. That's my mom in the background making that noise. All right, so Five of Swords looks like, you know, that this is a time to kind of go back and reassess what has happened. And that was what the September was about. So if any of you all didn't get a chance to do that self-assessment in September, I'm getting that this is related to this. Like, you need to do that self-assessment. You need to go back and look at where you've been and where you've come from, and then what you've gained from that process. And by doing so, it puts you in a certain state of balance, or it puts you in a perceptual state of balance, right? Because the universe is balanced, the world is balanced, everything is balanced. When we feel like things are not fair or not just, or that things aren't happening the way that we want them to, 9 times out of 10 is because we don't really see how the situation that we're in represents the best situation that we can be in, especially if things are hard, especially if, you know, your finances are off and stuff like that. You really have a tendency to feel like, well, life is not treating you fairly. But it is, if you go back and look at it really carefully and objectively, because justice is also supposed to be blind and then therefore objective, then, you know, that's just another lesson. It's just another process that you have to go through. But definitely don't deny yourself that process. But I'm getting that maybe, you know, some people didn't get a chance to do that analysis during the September month. And if you didn't get a chance to do it during September, you want to pick up on that as early in October as you can, so that the rest of October you can start to look for some of those benefits that the reading is offering you right now. Got it, balance again. So balance yourself out. Work-life balance is important. I'm feeling like that's a part of the rest and respite that's needed. And then you start to see some movement happening. So I think this part of it is just, you know, getting to some of the other little nuances. Pay attention to your intentions. What you're putting out there is what comes back. What you have put out is coming back. You reap what you sow. Looking deep within and seeing if there's anything left that's hidden that needs to come out. Okay, and sometimes that's scary for us, because sometimes the thing that I notice about the moon stuff is that people are really afraid of what's inside of them, but it's a part of you. So it's really not anything to actually be afraid of. You're just like not dealing with it. And by not dealing with it, it becomes scary. It doesn't have to be, not at all. It does not have to be. You know what I'm saying? You just have to go in there and go ahead and look at it. And then when you look at it, you're going to see that it's really not that deep at all. It's really not that deep. It's probably like some little small thing that, you know, you just didn't deal with. Okay? So balance yourself out. Use this month of October to do some balancing, to do the last little bit of analysis, personal analysis, self-analysis, and then you should have a great month moving forward. So that's it for you all, Cancers. I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that you got something out of that. If you need to reach out to me, you can do so by connecting with me at Kerri, Kerri, at wooingnature.life. And as always, I hope you have a great month of October, and I hope you're having a wonderful life.